Hepinize tekrardan merhaba. Bugün Detroit Become Human'dayız ama bugün oynamayacağız. Bugün dediğim gibi hazır daha oyunu yeni bitirdim. Yeni bitirmişken bir ekstralara bakalım. Bir daha havası sönmemişken hemen. 19.400 bonus puanımız var. Sanat çalışmalarından başlayalım. Hadi bakalım. Alalım öğeyi. Sanat çalışmaları. Güzelmiş. Neyle gidiyoruz? Böyle. Öyle dikkatimi çekmeyenleri geçeceğim böyle. Oha. Farklı lan bu Connor. Bu Connor'ı oynayan adam. Connor'ı oynayan adamın yüzünü yapmışlar ilk başta. Marcus mu bu yoksa Connor mı? Connor herhalde. Aynen Connor. Bu şey değil mi lan? Neydi? Bir yerde karşımıza çıkmıştı bu Capital Park'ta mı neydi? Bu niye bu kadar babyface lan falan demiştim de oyunda daha çok babyface'ti. Normalde kızı bu alıyormuş. Ama değişmiş sonra. Sanat çalışmaları full şey zaten. Deniyorlar ne yapsak ne etsek diye. Yarış bakıyormuş bak Todd. Aha Alice. Ay iki Alice bu olmamış oğlum. Bu ne? Gözünün altı mosmor. Alice değişmiş sonra. İlk demek ki bunu düşünmüşler bak. Bu da Kara. Bak. Aynen bak Kara yazıyor arkasında. Çok yani sanat çalışmaları dediği bir şeyleri karalıyorlar, bakıyorlar işte. Teker teker nasıl olsun, ne etsin diye. Ondan sonra şey yapıyorlar, değiştiriyorlar falan içine sinmeyenleri. Tamamdır. Katmanı gizleyebiliyormuşuz bak. Böyle yapsaymış. Tamam bu bitti. Kaç tane var? 11'de herhalde. Bakalım hepsine. Videoyu geçebilirsiniz videolara geçmek için. Büyük ihtimal herhalde bir 10 dakika sonra falan videolara geçeriz de bilmiyorum ya siz bakarsınız. Hop burayı gizleyelim. Boya. Boya şeyi. Bellini Paints. Ama bu şeydi bak mesela değişmiş. Sağ tarafında full boya vardı ya böyle. Şu sağ duvarda. Evi. Carl. Aha. Oha Carl baya yaşlı gözüküyor lan. Daha çok yaşlandırmışlar sakal falan gelince. Jimmy Spar. Hank Connor. Sultan mı lan o? Bak bakın. Sağlara bakın bak sağ şeylere. Sultan yazıyor lan orada. Ana. Aha Hank. Olay yeri. I think therefore I am. Değişmiş mesela. I'm alive yazıyordu. Öyle. Aha Carl biraz daha Carl'a benzemiş. Leo. Tipe bak lan. Bu arada bu Marcus'u oynayan adam aşırı derecede Marcus'a benziyor. Videolarda gözükecek şimdi. Gerçekten baya benziyor şu Marcus oynayan adam. Marcus'un bildiğin aynısını oyuna geçirmişler adamı. Connor da benziyor. Connor da benziyor. Bakalım bitmiş. Yeter her şey ya para bayağıdır oynuyoruz. Aha. Mind Palace'ımsı şey. Şeyin ofisi. Bak değişmiş bu da. Amanda mı lan bu? Oha. Bence Amanda bolsa daha iyiymiş oğlum. Diğeri aşırı itici. Bak. Bu iyiymiş. Onu sevdim bu Amanda'yı. Değişmiş de sonra. Oha bu ne oğlum ya? Kara mı lan o? Ana incecik kalmış bacaklara baksana. İncecik kara. Çamaşırhane. Market. Teker teker böyle uyduruyorlar işte yazıyorlar. Ondan sonra bunun üstüne ekleme yapıyorlar, değiştiriyorlar falan. Oha. Baya baya böyle tasarlamışlar Alice'i ya. Ay, Alice ile Kara 2 değişmiş bu. Alice baksana. İncecik zayıf ya. Öldü ölecek. Bu kim ya? Bu böyle bir sahne var mıydı? Ha şey mi? Eee... Neydi ya? Lan ha Luna Park, Luna Park. Luna Park. Benziyor. Bu da mı bitti? Nan nan nan nan nan nan nan nan nan nan. Aha şey mi? Şeyin evi ya. Zlatko'nun mu ona benziyor. Markus'un çöplüğü. Aa hatırladım buraya. Drugstore. Kapalıydı burası. Saklanacak yer ararken şeyle. Aha Array 9. Obsession Array 9. Biri mi ölmüş lan orada bak solda. Küvetin içinde. Watching Us mı? Watching Us. Aha Kara ve Little Girl. Bu kim lan? Ha orada takma yerleri vardı ya bak onları da tasarlamışlar teker teker. Baya baya uğraşmışlar ya her şeyi düşünüyorlar falan böyle bak. Ay ayağa bak Allah belanı vermesin. O da bitti bu arada ilerleyemiyordum. 37 mi? Oh. Aha çıkın. Biz oyunun sonunda burada şey yaptık. Sarıldık. Aynen. Oha çıkının yerlerini falan şey yapmışlar bak. Değişik yerlerde. Ama oyunun son kararı burası herhalde. Burada sarıldık ya. Değişik yerler tasarlıyorlar. Kaçma sahnesi falan. Aha. Makinelere kadar baya bir şey ayarlamışlar ya. Full gerçekçi olsun diye. Azıcık da hızlı geçeyim ya. Aa RA9 mi yazıyordu? Rag yazıyor. Jericho'nun bak. Soldaki tankerimsi. Şeyde adam mı atlıyor bir de. Oralarda çok önemli bir şey yok. Aa normalde soldaki gibi miymiş? Öyle olacakmış daha doğrusu. Aha Josh. North ve şey mi Simon mı? Oha bir saniye tam göremiyorum ama Simon da yakışıklıymış ha. Simon böyle kalsaymış oğlum bu ne? Josh zaten şey haline benziyor kendi haline. Dur. Aa bitmiş ben de ilerlemeye çalışıyorum. Nan nan nan. Aa Eden Club var gördüm orada. 7. paket. Ha Zlatko'nun evi bu. Aynen. Yep. Aa, biz kurtuluyorduk burada. Ha biz bunu bir de salmadık. Acaba dönüp oynasam lan burayı salsak ne oluyor acaba böyle? Oha. Luther'ın en sağ üstteki haline bak abi. İyi ki öyle olmamış. Oha çok sert bakıyor lan korktum geç. Nın nın nın nın nın. Aa sumo. Sumo daha şişko olmuş bak. Buradaki daha ince. Hank. Bu da bitti. Dıp dıp dıp dıp dıp dıp dıp dıp dıp. Eden Club. Geçelim. Geçelim. Aa, adam öldü mü canım? Aa, normalde olay yeri ortada mı? Bak çünkü adam şeyde ölmüş. Aa, şeylerin odası. O da kaçıyorlar. Bak şuradakiler. Hepsini teker teker tasarlayalım. Nasıl olsun diye. Aha, çalma operasyonu. Kan çaldık ya. Bir şey diyeyim mi? Gerçekten bayağı da emekleri var ha. Oğlum ciddi ciddi baksana, Simon yakışıklıymış oğlum. Norton bir fark yok da ikisi de güzel. Josh benziyor, Simon harbiden. Ama Marcus daha yakışıklı. Şu heybete bak be. Herkesi kurdu. Vazgeçtim lan. Simon daha yakışıklıymış. Vazgeçtim valla. Oo, oo, bu da mı bitti? Bitti. Oyunun yapım aşamaları gibi. Aa, Pirates Cove. Baya değiştirmişler bak. Bunların hiçbiri yok. Abi yandaki jeriler çok itici gülüyor ya. Tiplere bak. Ey. Ey. Tiplere bak ya. Aha, Alice 2 değişmiş şu anda. Onu mutlu oldum. Aman da keşke değişmeseymiş. Aha, şey Tower. Starford muydu? Aynen. Amanda. Bir şey diyeyim mi? Eğer tam sağındaki Marcus'un şey North olacaksa iyi ki olmamış. Bu ne amına koyayım? Oha. Oğlum bu Simon'ı niye yakışıklı yapıyorlar? Baksana yine. Ha. Soldaki gibi de olabilirmiş ama sağdakini seçmişler. Bak Marcus'un yüzü gözlerden tanıdım. Van kedisi Marcus. Aha, bu da mı bitti? Nant nant nant nant nant nant nant nant nant. Aa, Rose'un evi. Oha. Rose incecik lan. Oyunda baya bir şişman. Aha, saklandıkları yer. O oğlu. Ha. Oğlu hala itici. Karalar. Alice'ler ve Luther'lar. Abi Luther'a bak ya. Abi Luther iyice iyi ki değişmiş, şu tipe bak. Kara benziyor şu anki haline. Daha iyice değişe değişe bak. Aha, Cyberlife'a kamyonuna girdik ya. Ay. Bura nere bilmiyorum. Ne yapıyor? Elini mi öpüyor? Bitti. Nant nant nant nant nant nant nant nant. Aa, North Marcus yeri. Aa, Kamskin'in evi. Bu ev de bayağı iyi ya. Baksana şuna. Çok güzel. Chloe'ler teker teker hepsi. Bakayım lan. Ha. Evidence. Aa, o şey yeri. Daha kaç tane var ya? Ha, tamam. Aa, normalde bak hastanede buluşacaklarmış herhalde. Aha. Jericho'nun patlama şeyi. Bunlar kim ya? Hiç belli olmuyor. Ve hop hop. Cyberlife Kulesi. Kanlar hepsini alt ediyor. Barikat kuruluyor. Markus baş kaldırıyor herkese. Aa, oğlum iyi ki böyle olmamış ya. Tipe bak. Bağcılar kekosuna dönmüş, bu ne ya? Oha. Son hali böyleydi herhalde değil mi? Bak böyle değil, böyle. Aynen. Bitti mi? Böyleydi. Şimdi videolara geçelim. Aynen, videolar daha iyi. Kısa film karadan bakalım. Kapatıyorum sesimi. Oyunun yapımcısı Quantic Dream.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
ID.
APC 897504C.
Can you move your head? Your eyes now. Cervical and optical animation checked. Now give me your initialization text.
Hello. I'm the third generation AX400 android. I can look after your house, do the cooking, mind the kids. I organize your appointments.
Mutfak
I
robotu
speak
yani
300
Begüm'den
languages, and I'm
bahsediyor.
entirely at your disposal as a sexual partner. No need to feed me or recharge me. I'm equipped with a quantic battery that makes me autonomous for 173 years. Do you want to give me a name?
Yeah. From now on, your name is Kara.
My name is Kara.
Initialization and memorization checked. Now, can you move your arms? Upper limb connection checked. Now say something in German.
Ich bin eine AX400 Android dritter Generation, erschaffen als Ihr persönlicher Assistent und intimer Beziehungspartner.
Say it in French.
Je suis un android de troisième génération AX400, conçu pour être votre assistant.
Maşallah
personnel,
bacım,
votre
ne diyorsun ya?
Okay. Now sing something in Japanese.
見渡す限り
Multilingual verbal expression checked. Go ahead, take a few steps. Locomotion checked. Great, you're ready for work, honey.
What's going to happen to me now?
I'll reinitialize you and send you to a store to be sold.
Sold. I'm a sort of merchandise. Is that right?
Yeah, of course you're merchandise, baby. I mean, you're a computer with arms and legs and capable of doing all sorts of things. And you're worth a fortune.
Oh, I see. I thought...
You thought? What did you think?
I thought I was alive.
Shit, what is this crap? That's not part of the protocol. More memory components going off the rails. Okay, recording. Defective model. Disassemble and check the required components.
You're disassembling me, but why?
You're not supposed to think that sort of stuff. You're not supposed to think at all, period. You must have a defective piece or a software problem
No,
somewhere.
no, I feel perfectly
İngilizcesi
fine. I assure
olmayan
you.
cahiller
Everything's
için
alright.
ben yaşıyorum dedi. Sen ne düşündün falan, ben yaşıyorum sandım dedi.
I'm sorry, honey, but
Ondan
defective
sonra
models have to be eliminated. That's my job.
istediğim gibi olmadı dedi. Şimdi yok ediyorlar.
I won't cause any problems, I promise. I'll do everything I'm asked to. I won't say another word. I won't think anymore. But I've only just been born. You can't kill me yet. Stop, will you please stop? I'm scared. I want to live. I'm begging you.
Abi anlamadım, bunun göz sıvısı nereden geliyor? Makine değil misin oğlum sen? Göz sıvın nereden geliyor senin? Allah Allah. Göz sıvısı falan mı ekliyorlar böyle yapılırken? Belki ağlar da akar diye. Aa, yine yaptılar. Ay.
Go and join the others. Stay in line, okay? I don't want any trouble.
Thanks.
My God.
Anladım. Sal. Bitti mi? Bitmiş. Duyuru fragmanına bakmaya gerek yok. Detroit'i keşfetmek şey de oyunun başında vardı ya, açılış. Orası. Direkt buradan devam edelim bence. Buralar şey, YouTube'da var zaten fragman abi, oyunun fragmanı. Detroit'i keşfetmek. Direkt buradan devam edelim. Ben bunu izlemiştim. Aşırı benziyor abi. Marcus bak.
My name is Marcus.
My name is Connor.
My name is Kara. I am one of them. This is our story.
I think who Kara is, or how I would describe Kara, depends entirely upon who's playing her.
Aha,
Because you
Kara.
have the option to make her multiple
Evet
different
abi,
people
oyunlar
depending
böyle
on the choices
yapılıyor.
she makes. But I think she does start out incredibly naive, incredibly innocent, and kind of hapless.
I'm sure we used to be friends before I was reset. Maybe we can be friends again.
She's a person who's characterized, I think, by empathy. She's a person who really, she just comes from her heart.
You'll never leave me, right? Promise you'll never go.
I promise.
Kara, please! Are you okay? Are you hurt? Wait a minute! Leave her alone! Kara, leave her alone!
The really beautiful thing that I've had the gift to be able to do is to
Yorgana bak ya
essentially
abi.
build a person from the ground up, because that's what she's doing throughout the game, and with every experience she has and every person she meets, she's building, you know, first emotions and a sense of judgment, and it's sort of an exploration of what it is to be a human.
Don't worry. Luther and I will be right here.
David and the creators
Aha,
have
abi.
painted a really
Marcus'a bak
intriguing
ya.
and engaging
Bu ne?
picture of a
Aynısı
near
oğlum.
future where we rely upon androids for a lot of our service class business, the class that serves us, that helps us, that handles that is our baristas and our drivers and our housemaids. And what is humanity, where we tap into it, how and why we treat each other the way that we do. And my character Marcus has a really intriguing journey, becoming deviant, realizing that he actually has feelings and human qualities inside of him, and it's a really incredible ascension into becoming fully realized and coming to terms with what you actually deserve better than this in life. And not only do you want it for yourself, but you want it for your peers.
We've come here to demonstrate peacefully and to tell humans that we are also living beings. All we want is to live free.
You know what? This thing, Dad, is not your son. It's a fucking machine!
I think that a group that feels marginalized, feels disenfranchised, feels like they deserve and have earned access to themselves and the environment around them, and are trying to figure out a way to articulate how to get freedom.
Connor is analytical. Connor takes
Bak bu da benziyor.
He starts in the beginning place where he's very mechanical. He feels nothing inside, of course, and it's all just a system, a protocol that he is executing to get whatever he wants.
Ama Hank'e baksana abi ya.
Stop deviance.
Hank biraz daha sanki oyundakinden yaşlı duruyor ama.
You were designed to serve humans, not kill them.
What was I designed to be? Their slave? Their toy?
Just say, I killed him. Is it that hard to say?
Stop it! Stop!
But of course, over the course of the story, and depending on the player's choices, Connor can grow in many different ways. He can deviate from that procedure or not. The moment of truth, Hank. Am I a living being? Or just a machine?
Böyle. İnteraktif hikayeye bakalım. Bunları izlemedim ama. Bakalım. An interactive story.
Game after game, we try to challenge
Heavy Rain'in de
ourselves.
yapımcıları bunlar.
We wanted to first of all
Heavy Rain de var,
write a
ben de
story
oynadım.
that would
Ay,
be
çok güzeldi.
incredibly bending.
Aa, David
which means
Cage
the most
buymuş.
non-linear story that we've ever created, and we wanted really the player
Aha,
to have the possibility
PlayStation
to
4 kolu.
change the story, change his own journey.
When you're writing at Quantic, you're writing for an interactive medium. You know, when you're working in television, you'll put a character in a difficult situation, and you as a writing team will argue about what would that character do. But ultimately you have to decide what happens, and you just show the audience.
Bunun işi de zor ha.
What's
Bütün
interesting about
seçimlere
interactive
teker teker
drama
şey
is you
yapıyor.
bring the player into that conversation, and it changes your job slightly as a writer, because your job is to provide a narrative context.
Abi şu
in which the
testerlar da iyi
player
ya.
can
Test
write
ediyorlar
his own
oyunu.
story. You're giving him this
Oyunda
kind of
sorun var
narrative
mı?
Lego
Bir şeyle
he's gonna snap
karşılaşıyorlar
together
mı?
into his own shape. You also have the ability to make your audience attach themselves to your characters, because the audience is in some sense responsible for what happens to the characters.
It's just a few cans.
Come on, let's go.
Aa, çaldı.
We have some cash now.
You used me to steal that money. How could you do that? I trusted you.
What is a bit specific about these scripts is how large they are. If you take a film script, there are about 100 pages.
Baksana şuna. Abi bak, bütün seçimler, bak, raise hands, elleri kaldır diyordu ya.
Everything becomes bigger because we don't just tell one story, but we tell all the possible stories that can be told within this narrative space.
All these skills taught.
On Act 3,
All sketch
our final
taught.
act, we have around 1,000 different scenarios.
Abi gerçekten çok zor bu interaktif oyun yapımı ya. Yani seçimlerimize göre giden.
We want every action that the player does, every interaction that is available to serve in telling the story, and help the player understand who his character is, and build that character moment to moment.
Böyle hiçbir şey çıkmıyordu. Ya burada da boş jump scare falan atmaya çalışmışlar da, yani azıcık korkutmaya çalışmışlar da becerememişler. Azıcık geriliyor o kadar.
We started with the intention pretty early on that we would never lie to the player. So we implemented a visible tree structure in the game that players can consult during a scene or at the end of it, which shows exactly what they did and what they missed. There are games out there offering world exploration. We offer narrative exploration.
You know, keeping control of such a wide and large story is a huge challenge. So same thing when you shoot with
Hank'le
actors,
şeye aktarıyorlar.
because you will need to shoot many different versions of each dialogue, of each scene. For actors, it's huge challenge.
Because of the style of the game, you have so many different ways that the character can go. Every decision, it's what I call kind of choose your own adventure. Like every decision
Her
the player
seçim
makes,
için farklı sahne
it's gonna open up
çekiyorlar.
40 more pages of material and experience that ties in, which means as a performer, you have to try to continue to make things feel real that the player might not ever see, but also that in performance it's not always connected to a previous act. It's grueling, it's hard work, but it's a great team and I enjoy doing it.
I was really frustrated, I was, until I got to this point where I kind of was able to step outside of my own experience and even in a lot of ways my own process and be able to step outside of that and okay, this is something new, what do you need? How do I meet you there? How do I give you what you need and still feel like I'm doing what's right? And once I did that, then all of a sudden it got really fun. It was much freer and having to approach it in a new way and think about the player and think about how it serves them and what I'm doing for them or what I'm letting them into. It's really, I think, helped me grow in general.
Remember, there's nothing on the left. That's a wall, so it's probably all there. And then make her come first, close. But I think you would go first to check that it's safe.
Okay, sure.
The most enjoyable thing about working in performance capture on this kind of project is that if I shot a film, I would get to do one of these endings. I get to do so many different things as Connor. Your head goes all over the place because you're trying to keep track of basically 4 different storylines for each different response.
What's the name of my dog?
Buddy? Scout. I think it's Jack.
Sumo.
Remember. So I worked with physicality a lot because it was a good way to anchor myself in
Hepsine farklı dediler ya, mesela sumo demese orada
grows out.
içkisini
I know
döküyor.
what it is physically in my body and then I can switch more continually on set.
Abi bunu aykırı olarak oynamamak da zor ya. Düşünsene robot gibi davranıyorsun sadece.
What they look like from a distance, like if you're playing through it, the culmination of all of that will be their version of Connor. I'm faster than you, and I don't feel pain. You don't stand a chance against me.
Listen, asshole. If it was up to me, I'd throw the lot of you in a dumpster and light a match to it.
Shooting action scenes at Quantic Dream is a real challenge, because these are scenes where the storytelling has to continue. It's not an action scene just to have a dose of adrenaline. The stunts have huge consequences on the rest of the story. It's really a moment where we implicate the player and tell him that the choices he makes during an action scene will have a direct impact on the evolution of his story.
My biggest challenge on Detroit has been managing the large number of animations that we received from motion capture. Detroit features more than 37,000 animations, which is a huge amount to handle on a daily basis.
You have to realize that the player, in his first playthrough, will miss certain scenes. This also means that we had to think of, conceive, and produce all the potential story paths. The characters' costumes, the places, day or night, the weather. Did the character get shot in the shoulder? Did he get injured? All this consistency forced us to produce a lot of graphic assets in order to, quite simply, allow the player to have true continuity throughout the story.
Honestly, we were even surprised by the challenges that come with such a big tree structure, and we did our best to guarantee quality across all the game and make sure that whatever path you choose within this narrative space, you will have an equally good experience.
Wow. Yapım aşamasına baktık ya.
Detroit Become Human was produced over a period of 4 years. Here in Paris,
4 yıl
we have
sürmüş.
about 180 people, and to that we need to add also all the outsourcing.
Bilmem kaç
with
80 kişi
partners
çalışıyor.
in the Philippines, in China, Vietnam, and in India.
So when we started working on this story, I had to imagine where Kara was built. And for whatever reason, the city of Detroit came very quickly to my mind because it had already an incredible story by itself of history and themes. So we traveled there with the team and we were really moved by what we saw, and we could really feel the desire to fight and really be born again. And we just continued this curve, this growth, and just imagine what Detroit would be like if the android industry was, using these huge factories to build androids there.
A very strong element in Detroit is that there's a lot of industrial waste and a lot of nature too, and for us, the graphic designers, it was an incredible playground. The destroyed zones which we wanted to preserve, we appropriated them to turn into something else. Then in the areas that needed to be rebuilt, we were able to imagine our Detroit of the future. We didn't want to make a science fiction universe, but a world of anticipation. If we chose science fiction, we could have imagined flying cars, extraterrestrials, but those things are very far from our current everyday life. Anticipation is more about gleaning from our contemporary reality, the one we know, because Detroit is set in 2038, and 2038 is tomorrow. The difficulty we had was sticking to reality. That is to say, technology becoming more and more invisible, a lot more elegant, and at the same time, making it visual. So all the computer equipment, autonomous cars, we simply had to invent. They are in fact very technological objects, but at the same time remain very credible and ingrained in reality. To create a cohesive universe in the fashion and clothing of the human characters in 2038, I didn't want to put an accent on strange shapes, or really vibrant colors, and things we wouldn't know. That I wanted to keep for the androids. The goal was to create something familiar which we can identify with in this future setting. Working on the artistic direction for the androids was a bit special because this is a project about the place they could occupy in the human world. It was out of the question for them to be too beautiful or too perfect. They had to correspond to every social class, rich and poor. Inspired by everyday utilitarian clothes, I brought a modern touch by adding dynamic display surfaces, the armband we can see on the side, the triangle on the front and back, an LED. Like that, there's no confusion.
Wait. You're sending an android?
All right, now, we need to go.
You can't do that. Why aren't you sending a real person?
Once we cast the actors, we travel to meet them in order to scan their faces. We record the structure of their face with the scan. And we record the colors and patches of skin with photography. Once we have this information, we will use this as a basis for modeling and creating the characters. The artist will make it more realistic, but will also enrich it. He will propose ideas which we will develop together. Finally, we will have a character with character who corresponds to the project and the world. When the actors come to Quantic Dream, we show them the design, what their image will be, and what they will look like in the game. This extra information gives them another dimension and color to connect with emotionally. It helps them think about how to play their character.
Your mission. That's all you care about, huh?
You should consult a professional who can help you.
Beat it, you hear me? Get the hell out of here!
So there are 3 types of shoots at Quantic Dream. Shooting and performance capture, where you capture the whole actor, his voice, his face, and his body. These shoots are obviously done with American actors because the game's original version is in American English. After that, there are the body-only shoots, representing around 250 days of filming, while the performance capture is 100 days of filming. Now, body-only shoots, there are 2 types. There are the action shoots and the technical shoots, which are mokit shoots. Mokit is when the player controls a character on the screen, and he moves in an environment to explore it. This is of particular importance at Quantic Dream, and therefore we shoot a lot to offer a unique context for each scene and each character.
To prepare a motion capture shoot, we first get together to look at the sets we need, the animations that we want to shoot, which ones need to be grouped together, or which ones need to be cut and shot at another time, so that we get the most out of the shooting day. This often means shooting scenes out of order, especially those with big props or accessories, like a big car, for example. So we shoot all the animations related to that particular prop first. The biggest challenge for the mocap team was shooting a Spider-Man mo-kit. We had to build a wall and attach an actor to a harness with cables so we could pull him up and render him climbing.
The shooting on this game took about, I would say, more than a year, between 1 and 2 years, with about 300 actors on set. So it's quite a massive production. But so much happened on this set between the stunts and the shootings with a little girl and all these great actors that we had. It was really a very, very memorable journey for the team and for myself.
Today, Detroit has over 37,000 animations. When we retrieve the motion capture data, it's just a cloud of points, which represent all the markers worn by the actors. From this cloud of points, we have a phase called retargeting, which gives us a skeleton. This skeleton will be applied to the characters of the game. There is still work to be done, but this gives us the main movements.
Oh my
Since
God.
we are working on something very realistic, we must recognize the actor and also recover all the emotion he expresses in his performance. We use a system of facts, an identity card for each actor. We make the actor do a whole range of facial expressions. Then we recover all the expressions and paste the animations on the puppet that Jan has prepared. I then recover and refine these poses. I might stretch the lip, reinflate a cheek, tiny details that make the finished product really capture the actor.
Because of the nature of our mocap system today, when we receive the animations, we're missing eye movements, and so the character has that dead look. He really has no eyes, so then it's a big part of the work for the animators to find the regard of the actor in relation to his position, in relation to the body, etc.
It was crazy when I saw the newest model for Kara, because they've been working on it and working on it, and this was the first time I literally jumped in my seat. It not only looked so much like me, it was the fact that it looked so lifelike. It wasn't that it looked just like it was a camera, it was something else, you know, but it looked alive. It's exciting, and it's kind of terrifying.
Game after game, we learned the rules of optics and filming, and our goal with Detroit Become Human was to have cameras that would actually emulate the optics of a real physical camera. So basically dealing with real-world imperfections was our main task, and just to make cameras look as real as we can.
Once the animations are shot and processed by the animation department, integrated and polished, we film them. That is to say, we really do a mise en scène, as in cinema. The real difficulty of our job is to know if these cameras are telling us something. Are they in the emotion of the scene? Do they describe exactly what the action must convey, what must be felt? The most important challenge for me was one of the final scenes where Marcus decides to start the revolution and go to the battlefield. Very quickly, we imagined this to be a huge sequence shot. We wanted the feeling of a cameraman running behind us, while showing Marcus, the androids who help him, the person shooting at us, etc. Above all, it was necessary to say to oneself, this scene is very violent but does not glorify war. On the contrary, that war is something improbable and absurd. It was really a fun challenge.
The idea was to say we have 3 characters. We would like each of them to have a specific cinematography. We wanted Kara to be much more filmed with some kind of handheld camera, to have something very living, very breathing. For Connor, we wanted something very cold and very perfect. And for Marcus, we wanted something epic and spectacular. So it was about the filming, but it was also about the photography. So we worked with a director of photography to give each character a different lighting, different key colors. Each of them would have their own worlds. And finally, we worked with the composers, so they would create a specific sound for each character, so each would have his own world and his own style.
Çok iyi oyun. Çok iyi. Müziklere bakacağız bir saniye. Şuna bir bakalım Chloe'ye.
For starters, what should I call you?
I'm Chloe. And you, what's your name?
Oh, John. My name is John.
Delighted to meet you, John.
Could you tell us a little about yourself and what you can do, Chloe?
Of course. I'm the first personal assistant built by CyberLife. I take care of most everyday tasks like cooking, housework, or managing your appointments, for example.
And I understand you're the first android to have passed the Turing test. Could you tell us a little more about that?
I really didn't do much, you know. I just spoke with a few humans.
Turing
to see if
testi
they could tell
geçen
the difference
ilk şeymiş.
between me and a real person. It was a really
Android.
interesting experience.
But this is the first time in history that man has created a machine more intelligent than himself. I gather your brain can perform several billion operations per second, is that right?
Absolutely, but I only exist thanks to the intelligence of the humans who designed me. And you know, they have something I could never have.
Really? And what's that?
A soul.
Hold on, just a little while.
Aman aman nereye geldik bir anda? Luther şarkı söylüyor moruk.
Hold on, just a little while longer. Hold on, just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. Fight on just a little while longer. Fight on just a little while longer. Fight on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright. Everything will be alright. We will sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Sing on just a little while longer. Everything will be alright.
Wow. Wow. Ha, Zlatsko'ya bakmak istediğimden pek emin değilim. İlk buna bakalım. İşte bu sırada ben de lollipopumu yiyeyim.
In the space of a few years, androids have completely transformed the world in which we live. By letting androids into our homes and factories, the CyberLife company has made them everyday technology. The founder of CyberLife, Elijah Kamsky, is a very discreet man. Despite being the CEO of the highest valued company in the world and being voted Man of the Year by Century Magazine, he remains a mystery for most people. That's why we at KNC are so excited to be here as CyberLife opens its doors for the first time. Elijah Kamsky, could you please tell us where we are?
Certainly, and welcome. We're currently in CyberLife's production center in Detroit, where all models are designed and manufactured. More than 10,000 androids come off the production line every day.
Fascinating. Could you tell us what your goal was when you founded CyberLife?
Well, I simply wanted to use technology to carry out all of our most annoying and repetitive tasks, so we'd have more time to enjoy life.
I imagine you must have faced many challenges.
Yes, there were technical challenges, but the hardest thing was to design an object that we would want to welcome into our homes. We had to imagine a machine in our own image that resembles us in every way, that moves, breathes, blinks like us, but yet is smarter and more capable than any human being. Let me show you around.
We're here in Production Unit 4. Could you explain in a few words how the androids are made?
Sure, yeah, it's very simple. We use machines to manufacture machines. The removable parts are assembled on a production line, and then we apply a synthetic skin to the whole body. A human operator checks the cognitive abilities with a pre-established protocol, and finally, the android is conditioned and sent out throughout the country. Here's the result. Say something.
Hello, I am a RZ400 model. How can I be of service?
You can go now. Our androids are already replacing humans in many fields. For example, they represent more than 80% of all university professors and 63% of all medical staff. Tomorrow they'll replace our soldiers, and who knows, maybe one day, our leaders, to make the best decisions in humanity's interest. Come on.
Replacing humans with machines has led to record unemployment of 28%. What do you think about the situation?
Okay. The first steam engines also caused an increase in unemployment. But no one today would imagine turning back the clock. Artificial intelligence makes everyday lives easier. Nothing can stop progress. What's happening here is inevitable.
These days, more and more people choose to live with an android rather than another human being. Does this development worry you?
Everything's much easier with an android. They obey your orders without ever complaining. They can cook, discuss philosophy with you, have intimate relationships according to your desires. They never say no. Obviously, they are the perfect partner. Everyone deserves happiness. Why deprive yourself of so-called moral reasons when a machine can make you happy?
Many science fiction books tell the story of how machines become more intelligent than us and end up confronting us. Aren't you worried about that possibility?
I understand the irrational fears about artificial intelligence, but I assure you that will never happen with a CyberLife android. They're designed to obey humans. They're machines. They can't ever develop any sort of desires or form of consciousness.
Are you sure?
I'm absolutely certain. You can trust me.
bow breaks, the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all. Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop, when the wind blows the cradle will rock, when the bow breaks the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all. Rock-a-bye baby in the treetop, when the wind blows the cradle will rock, when the bow breaks the cradle will fall, and down will come baby, cradle and all.
Ne kaldı bakmadığımız? Müzikler kaldı. Zaten oyunda bayağı duyduk bunları ya. Kısa geçelim o zaman bunları. Dın dın dın dın dın. Bir farkı yok ki bunun. Devrim. Eğer illa müziklerini de hepsini istiyoruz derseniz hepsini çekerim. Ama kısa geçiyorum şu an. Bu işte. Bunlar YouTube'da da vardır zaten. Böyle. Kendinize iyi bakın. Hoşça kalın. Bay bay.